Hello, how's everyone doing? It's been a while since I put up a video. About a week or so, maybe a bit more. But hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's well. I'm just out here in Pearl Gorham. It's just near Barrow, just kind of in between Arkfurt and Fenit, here in the Magical Kingdom. As I always say, the kingdom is the most beautiful place in the world. Yeah, I kind of got out, went for a walk. Kind of not feeling 100% today. I got my vaccine during the week. I got it on Friday, and kind of since Friday my moods have been kind of all over the place. If anyone's wondering, I got the Moderna vaccine, which is quite which was fine. It was grand, like it wasn't anything strenuous or anything like that. It was very well done. There was no messing about by anybody. Any of the staff that were there was straight in, straight out the door, happy out, make sure you're alright and all that jazz. But yeah, my moods have been kind of weird. I haven't had really a lot of energy. It's not any different from any other vaccine that I've had. I've had the hepatitis B vaccine and all the other ones that you get as a kid and all that. But yeah, it's a weird one. It's not a bad one, but you kind of don't feel yourself. You are run down. You're run down a little bit more than you normally would from a vaccine. I find that my moods weren't great. I was kind of not acting myself. It was said to me that like, oh, I'm kind of saying things a bit sharp and a bit blunt, which I'm blunt anyway, but you know, a little bit more blunt than usual. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I woke up this morning. I woke up early. I took my time getting out here. I decided to have my coffee, and I brought coffee with me. Do you know, just to feel good. So I got Paul Gorham, and I'll be putting up a video of the way Paul Gorham looks. So you'll see it. It's huge. It is absolutely massive. I haven't seen all of it yet, but it looks like a desert. It's just amazing. It's kind of not a beach, but it is a beach. It's kind of an overflow from the main beach, which I haven't yet explored, but I will. There's a lot of water there now at the moment, so I can't walk over there. The tide is out, but just like it's like a huge body of water right in the middle, like a canal, so I can't get across it. But I will another time I'm out, and I will get out and I'll get photos of it, and I'll be able to share it with everybody. But yeah, all is good. The vaccine, as you say, I probably tell by looking at me, I'm fairly tired, I'm fairly run down from it. But I'm not against it. It's not anything different from a normal vaccine. I'm not going to tell people to go for it or not go for it or whatever. I'm only going to give my experience of it. I've got the first round of it, so in 6 weeks' time I'll get another round of it. I got it just for the sake of it, so I wouldn't have to be worried about it. I wasn't worried about getting COVID, but I was more concerned about giving somebody else COVID. And if people are sick and stuff like that, I don't want to be giving COVID to other people. At the end of the day, in the job that I do, I feel that it's best that I got it anyway. Now, I know there's people out there that, particularly I've seen on the news and stuff, there's the majority of people that are rejecting getting the vaccine are women in their 30s, which is fine, because a lot of them are worried about infertility and stuff like that, and stillbirths, which is understandable, to be fair. I haven't seen any study of men, which is kind of worrying considering that I already got it. So yeah, I've got infertility. No, I'm infertile, which I doubt. But anyway, yeah, just worrying. I'd like to see a bit more studies on it if there is a bit more. I've already got it, so I've already kind of jumped in. But all is well. I was training last Thursday, the day before I got my vaccine, and it was called Well Tree training or learning or whatever. They have some buzzword attached to it. I didn't really listen to that part. But it's a new method of care. It's a new template of care and how to support people in general. But it's also mainly focused at people who have trauma or some form of issues or whatever like that, or abuse and all that kind of stuff. But it's for young people and adults, so you can put it to two. But there was one thing that I took away from it, and it's kind of sat in my head since, and it's kind of something that I've been kind of trying to shout about and say and get people thinking about, and it was about well-being, the understanding of well-being. Now, there's multiple things out there for people that, for well-being, there's a lot of things using it, alright? For what the actual well-being, they're usually getting it wrong. But that doesn't mean that they're using it the wrong way or anything, but it's not what it is. Like, for your health in terms of your beauty and all that kind of stuff, yeah, they're using the word well-being, but that's not necessarily what it's for. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but that's not what the word was created for. Your well-being is your overall well-being, which does factor that in. Your self-appearance and all that is a factor in how you feel good. No, with all the salons coming back, the hairdressers coming back, I don't have that problem. Mine is waving goodbye. And I shave my own head and I do my own grooming and all that, right? So I don't necessarily need it. But for people out there, your identity, your self-image, it is very, very important. And I understand that aspect of well-being. But my understanding of what my take on well-being is this. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Well-being. So, I take it from the literal sense of it. The literal sense of the word well-being. Now, I separate it into two, so I have well and being. So your being is yourself. So that involves your body and your mind and your overall aspect of who you are and what you do and everything about you. Your spirit, your soul, your thinking, your thoughts. Not just your mind itself, but how you process the world and how you think. That's my idea of being. And being here. Being in the present. Being in the world that you were in. Understanding, trying to understand as best we can the world that you were in and who you are. Now, well. Alright? I mean by a physical well. Like a body of water. So, if you see a well, I see it's a 9 times out of 10 it's going to have water in it, but sometimes they don't. You can have a dry well. So I think that your well is what you think, what you do, what you fulfill your life with, how you succeed in life and how you develop yourself within your life. You can either have an empty well or you can have a full well. That all is dependent on you. That's dependent on what you do and what way you look at the world and how you think of the world. And that also factors into your being, of who you are, what you do, what you think. And personality is a big trait of that. So, your personality is your personality. You can't change it. But you can alter it to a point where it is used to your advantage. You can manipulate it. You can use your strengths and be conscious of your weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. We do 100% have weaknesses. And if anything, they're not failures. I see them as things that I go, yeah, they're challenges for me. I need to do more with that. Now, back to the well tree training that I was doing. They were saying about your well-being. Within your well-being, you have your self-esteem and your self-worth. So, they're the same, but they're separated, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into self-esteem or self-worth. People know it. You're hearing it every day, alright? But they are a scale. No, in this training it said, now this is not 100% across the board to everybody, but I get it, I understand it. That they were saying that people that have high levels, really high levels of self-esteem, don't necessarily have high values of self-worth. No, what they mean by that is, people who have high levels of self-esteem tend to be high achievers or overachievers, but don't have high levels of self-worth because they're always trying to achieve, which then in turn means that they don't get fulfillment. They don't get the ta-da moment, or that they don't get the I have achieved this. So they're constantly driving forward, but never really taking the moment to sit back and enjoy that. I understand it. I'm kind of one of those people. I always question things, and I'm always questioning myself, like a lot. A lot of people I talk to about this in my inner circle, but I question a lot of things that I am and what I do. And I'm always questioning, and I always say that my thoughts will betray me. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean that I'll overthink things. I'll overthink it, overanalyze it, break it down to a point where it becomes clinical to myself. And I do it to others, which is not good. It's not good at all. But I do it from a good place. I do it for myself because I want to be more of an achiever, and I want to achieve more, and I want to get more fulfillment. Yes, but not to the extent where I'm undoing myself. Do you know what I mean? So I don't look at things that way. I don't look at things in myself as being the person that's an overachiever. I enjoy when I make achievements. What they are, they could be the tiniest thing in the world. Like today. Today is a massive achievement for me. I wasn't myself. I was down. I was just running not quite right. It's like the oil in your car. If you don't change it, it's going to be gunky. And that's where I was feeling. And I know it's because of the vaccine, and it's because of tiredness. And to be honest, Joe, it's mental drain. Like, peopled out. And there's certain people that I've been in contact with over the last couple of days who've just been annoying. They're petty, childish kind of behaviours, which then reflect back on me. And I'm looking back and going, oh no, to bear in mind, this is not on a personal level, this is on an actual professional level. And I kind of look at things and I go, oh God, this schoolyard, move on, get on with your day and forget about it. Well, I can do that, but sometimes I don't. And this is one of the situations where I didn't. It's been sitting around in my head. So I came out, went for my walk, did what I needed to do, took my video of my scenic area, and I came here and I'm doing a video. And this is also a form of kind of therapy for me to kind of release what's in my head and kind of just talk. And if you're wondering, I'm doing a long video. I've had a good few people reach out to me, which has been really, really nice, and saying that I've been helping them and I've been making them rethink, which is the whole point of this, and that they're motivated to get out and do things and they're having a different perspective. And I'm really enjoying it, because even though I've only done a few videos and I'm kind of just putting out what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, they're saying that even just that is boosting their confidence. That to me is huge for me, and it's huge for others, and I'm gaining from this. And not only that, I'm gaining continuously, and I hope that you're gaining from it. I hope that you're enjoying the videos. I'm going to be doing different videos, different topics. All of it's on my head, all off just the top of my head. I don't have anything planned. I feel that if it's just natural talking, it will be better, it'll come across better. And some things will come out of my head that I wasn't necessarily thinking, but at the time they came out and they flowed out of me, which is really what I want this to be. I want this to be authentic and real. But I'm really glad that they've reached out to me, and I'm really, really happy, because it's made me feel good, number one, which is essentially the first point of contact. But not only that, that them reaching out is already a step forward in moving forward in your life and being productive, being successful, and being positive. Like, it's the tiniest of things that you do. The tiniest of things. Like, there's people that message me and I just thought, oh yeah, Grant, I was getting on with my day, and then they messaged me, and their message just made me feel amazing. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that I've done this for this person. And like, there are people that I haven't talked to in ages, but that doesn't matter. They're still exactly the same people to me. They're in friends. Once you're a friend of mine, you're a friend of mine. And I think that it's amazing that you've reached out. And I want to help you with that. I want to encourage you with that. And anything that I can do, realistically anything I can do that doesn't take away too much from me, as in, like, I will give you all the time that I can. But you need to do things for yourself. You need to get out there. You need to do things. And that comes back to the Well Tree training: achievement, self-esteem, and self-worth. Now, in this training, he also said that achievement, no matter how small it was, automatically improved your self-esteem and improved your self-worth. Alright? Made you feel better, and your mental and physical and overall health went up. Just by achievement. Now, the smallest amount of achievement. You know, I'm kind of jumping back and forth. I do that because I'm trying to link things up. But the smallest amount of achievement improved your overall health. No, that achievement is based solely on you. You and what you feel and what you need. It's not what others need from you or what you need from others. It's what you need and what you need from you. So, when you look at things, I needed to come out here today for me. I told no one. I came out. I did it. I'm telling you now, but it's already done. I'm doing a video because, to be quite honest with you, I needed to do one. I hadn't the energy to do one over the last couple of days for obvious reasons, but I was still lacking the motivation today to get it done, to do the job. And the job was myself. Work on myself. Make myself feel better. I was putting it off. And to be fair, the last couple of days I've had great support with around me. I've had people around me in my life who've been absolutely amazing, have done things for me that, like, not necessarily done physical things for me, but have done things for my mind, kind of straightened me out, kind of got my head in order, understood that my brain is not going to be working properly because I had got a foreign body in my system. I got a vaccine that is altering different parts of your internal systems. Now, that's going to make your body go nuts and go crazy and go weird, and your thoughts are going to go weird, but your physical aspect is going to go weird. So when I came out here, this is what I was thinking: clear my head, literally clear my head, get out and just forget about it all and enjoy nature, enjoy the world that is around us. That's literally free. It's there for us, and yeah, it's for us for whenever we want it. But back to this well tree training that I keep jumping back and forth from. It was really good. Surprisingly, usually these trainings that you do, they're the same thing over and over and over again, and then there's just different ways of saying things. Now, they all have value, don't get me wrong, but there's sometimes only so much you can hear. But that sense of achievement. What is achievement? I don't know. Really, it's a word. But achievement to me, you plan something, you do it. You set out a goal, you follow it through. You get it done. It doesn't matter what it is. As I said before, and I don't know if it's been on some of my posts before, but the first task of your day, the first achievement of your day is opening your eyes and getting out of bed. Now, for some people, that's very, very difficult. Others is not. You just jump up and get out and run. That's kind of what I do. I just get up and run. Doesn't mean I'm awake, but I'm out running. But for others, it's not. It's not that easy. It's very, very hard for them to get up. And that could be due to mental health issues. It could be mental illness. It could be just not feeling good. And I think one of those things is like that achievement. Get up. You don't have to do anything. Just get up, move. Feel good with the idea of getting out. And talk to yourself. Now, don't talk to yourself in the sense that you're actually replying back to yourself. But talk to yourself. Self-speech, self-talk. Kids do it. Babies do it. And it's a huge developmental thing. If you see a baby talking to themselves at a very young age, between like Joe, whatever, kind of a year or so, maybe a bit further on, it's a clear sign that they're developing really, really well. And it's called, like, it's their play. When they're playing by themselves, they're using their toys. That's still relevant to us as an adult. It's just the world is ours. We just detached ourselves from it. We've learned to block that out and go, no, this is what we do, we work. No, we need to play as well. We need to have enjoyment in life. We need to do things. So, and it comes back to getting up. Get up and move. Go downstairs, make your coffee, make your tea, whatever, have something to eat. Some people eat in the morning, some people don't. But get that routine. Staying up late. I know I'm very bad at it myself, but like staying up late at night is really bad for you. It's not just bad for you as in physically, it's really bad mentally. I'd be more worried about the mental than the physical side, because the physical you can kind of adjust and kind of do active things that would make you physically stronger or physically better. But the mental, that's a very fine line, and it doesn't take much to tip over the edge. And looking after yourself that way. No, I'm not saying go to bed at 6 or 7 in the evening, but go to bed at a reasonable time. And if you wake up early, fine, get up, go for a walk. I wake up some mornings, it could be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I might go to bed at 12, but I still wake up, I get up, and then sometimes I go back to bed, I go back for a snooze or whatever, and it's fine. I get my sleep in different cycles depending on what work I'm doing and what way my life is. But staying up late and not looking after yourself, that's deliberately setting you up for hurt and pain and failure. And what I mean by failure is, I mean, like, you're already setting yourself up for your own mental breaks. So you're already drained, you're all exhausted, you've already got rid of all the things that protect you from the world. But even something like that, just setting a time that you go to bed and make it a priority. Like, you have to look after you. You have to look after yourself. And I'm not saying in a selfish way, but like in a pure self-care way. Look after yourself. Then you look after everybody else. If you need to. If it's justified. And don't be afraid to say no to people. Don't be afraid to go, no, that's not what I want to do. And that's on a personal level and a professional level. Because people will always take advantage of you if you're one of those people that's like me. That's kind of, I'm a very open person. It's one of my personality traits, that I'm open to new things and I'm open to helping. It's kind of the job. You're willing, you want to do things, you want to help people. Sometimes you just say no. Well, hold on, back up. Not available. And if you don't give it a reason either, just have to go, oh, why? You go, I'm not available. It's on a need to know basis, and you don't need to know. And I love that line, because you can use that for anything. It's on a need to know basis. And it's not nasty. It's protecting yourself and self-care and looking after your mind, because your mind and your body are all interlinked. And I think that people need to look after themselves. Really look after yourself. And I'm talking for a bit now. I've kind of think I've exhausted everything that I needed to say. As I said, none of this is scripted. I just talk, and then hopefully whatever I say comes out makes sense. And I hope people enjoy it. Genuinely hope people enjoy it. I know people have been reaching out to me, and like, serious, I've love for you all. And I don't know what impact I'm having on people. I've seen a post there the last day that it's the small things that have major impacts, and I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in, if you get the small things right and work on that consistently over a long period of time, you will get huge amounts of achievement. Now, in some videos, at some point I will be talking more about myself, a bit more in depth things of how I got to where I am right now. And people are saying that I'm doing really well in my life, and I am, and I'm being successful. Yes, I am, but I'm not at the same time. I'm still learning, I'm still developing, I'm still growing, I'm still understanding who I am and what I want to achieve, because I'm always pushing forward. I'm still trying to grow that self-worth, that self-value, which is an ongoing thing for everybody. Self-esteem, still always trying to grow that, try and make that a big thing and work on it. And people say that I'm quite a confident person. I am in certain circles and certain areas within my life. Yes, I am. And I know I'm quite good in areas. There's areas that I'm not. There's a lot of learning that I'm doing. Particularly lately, there's a lot of learning, which I'm really encouraging, I'm really liking. But I hope that everything that I'm doing here is helping someone. Even if it's only helping one, I'm very happy at that. And as I said, as people have been reaching out to me, they want more content, and they want me to listen to me more. And that makes me feel good, and I really enjoy that. Because it feels like I'm doing something, I'm achieving. And at the end of the day, if achievement makes you feel good, why are we stopping ourselves from doing it? Why are we stopping our lives from moving forward? Why are we pointing blame and saying that this didn't happen for me, I don't feel good, my life is this and that? Remove all that. Remove all of that from your life. And it doesn't matter what circumstance you're in. You can remove a lot of negativity just by yourself. You can remove a lot of negativity from your world, from your understanding, the way you think, the way you process, the way you perceive, your perception, how you interpret the world around you. That's all on you. It's not on anybody else. Yeah, other people influence that massively. You have your external influences hugely. But what you do then is you do things that remove those things from your life. And some people say you can't, but certain things you can. So you have to jig that around and make sure that you can get that in order. And be accountable to yourself. No one's going to give you anything, ever in this world. The only thing that you've been given in this world is your life. And you have to get out there and do it. And take your life. Take it. This is paradise. We're already here. There's nothing else like that's going to change unless you change it for you. For yourself, I mean. Like, you change it, you get out and you do it. No, I don't want to be rambling too much. I don't want to seem like I'm narky or aggressive or anything like that. But I just feel that sometimes you need to just say it directly and say it. You do it. You need to do it. And you can do it. You can do anything. You can do absolutely anything in this world. Anything at all. I'm a firm believer in it. I'm all for it. And I had a discussion yesterday with a very important person who I absolutely love inside out. And they turned out to me and they said they never understand why people get angry or narky for other people's achievements. And it stuck with me and I was like, yeah, I don't get that either. I'm all for that. I'm 100% to see people succeed. I love it. I do get serious enjoyment out of seeing people doing well. I don't go, oh, that's not me. Like, yeah, because it's not supposed to be me. I achieve in other areas. But I feel great when my friends and people around me do well. And I know that they do as well. They feel good when I'm achieving and I'm doing well. But you surround yourself with those people. You surround yourself with people who are not just a benefit to you or a benefit to others, but your benefit to them as well. It's a mutual thing that you give and take and rotate back between each other. And you highlight each other, embrace each other, support each other, and lift each other up. And you can be that person to anybody in this world. You can do it. You can do it yourself and you can do it to others. And others will do it for you as well. And you will be surprised what can come from just doing small things for people, helping people, supporting people. And it goes back to what I was saying about the opportunities. We all have equal opportunities, but we don't have equal outcomes, because it's all down to your choice of what you decide, what decisions that you make within your life and decisions that you make with others. That's all. It's all down to you. And I just want to leave it on that. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. I love you loads. And I feel great now. I feel amazing. And I hope this video, it's a little bit longer, and I hope that people actually enjoy it. And I hope they get more of it, because people are asking for longer videos. Longer again. So I went a little bit longer. But in the next couple of weeks or so, I'll be doing longer and longer. Depending on the context, depending on the subject that I choose. And we'll see what we can do. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen from here on out, which is great. And we will see what will happen. Alright guys, take it easy. Love you loads. And have an amazing day. And if you're checking this out in the evening time, have an amazing day tomorrow. And every other day. Enjoy it. Life is great. Living the dream. Take it easy.